Welcome to a bonus episode of Tales from the Dorkside. I am Brad Reed. My co-host is Gog, and this is a special episode, unedited, our watch-along, where we watched episode 1 of Tales from the Darkside from season 1, titled Trick or Treat. So if you have a DVD or you're able to stream it somehow, maybe on YouTube, go ahead and fire it up. We're going to watch, comment, and have a great time. So go ahead and hit play now. Gog, I used to watch this show growing up.
Yeah.
Every I don't know if it came on like every night, like in syndication, or I just remember my mom watched it a lot.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of like a Goosebumps vibe so far.
Yeah. Anytime this music came on, like I knew it was shit your pants time.
Yeah.
And then the thing about this is, because it was on in the 80s, it was on like for 4 seasons, but like you can't stream it anywhere. Yeah. I think you can see some episodes on YouTube. I want to see what that guy actually looks like that did the voice for this.
The Darkside.
He probably has no idea how much he creeped me out growing up. Like, I owe all my creepiness to that guy.
Yeah. I was always drawn to creepier stuff growing up.
Oh, yeah. Like, do you remember the Lost Boys?
Oh, yeah.
That's the grandpa.
Really?
Yeah. You know the rule about taking the car out and bringing it without filling it up with gas?
George Romero.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I think Stephen King had some that he wrote. Look at those eyebrows.
I know.
You know what's great? Like, in the 80s, everything was different, you know? And so, like, these guys, they're in their 40s.
Right. Yeah. They're teenagers.
Yeah. We're 40 now, and we look like we're in our late 20s.
Well, we at least dress like we're in our late 20s.
Well, that might have something to do with it, I guess. Because, like, people back in the day, you know, they looked older.
They just had to get a job as soon as they turned 18.
They probably didn't stay inside as much as we do, too. Like, they were probably outside doing stuff. But look at that guy. He looks good for 40.
I'd say so.
It's funny because, like, it almost looks like a soap opera the way it's shot.
Yeah. It's my lucky penny.
That's as close to town as I like to get.
That doesn't look like coffee to me.
You know, it's crazy. Like, we could film stuff that is this good ourselves now.
I know, with my phone. I filmed stuff that looks way better than this with my phone. It's weird that he had a jack-o'-lantern just hanging out. Like, is it around Halloween time, or is he just kind of a...
I think so, because it's called Trick or Treat.
That's true. I trust my pumpkin.
But, of course, you know, this was out at the same time. Do you remember Monsters?
I don't think so.
That was also like a kind of like not a variety show, but what do you call these kinds of shows?
Like anthology series?
Anthology, yeah. But it was also campy sometimes, you know, and maybe that'll be our next, after we run out of Tales from the Darkside.
Yeah. Got Goosebumps, you got Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah. Man,
at one time there was like a boom of these, like there was even a Friday the 13th where they worked in like an antique store.
Really?
But it had nothing to do with Jason.
Didn't they, like Freddy had one too?
Yeah.
Give it a kiss.
And I think all these episodes are pretty, you know, I think they're like 30 minutes. They're not very long. It's easy to binge.
Yeah.
So hopefully the people that are listening to the watch-along, they're also able to watch this at home.
Yeah.
We're also probably going to be putting up unedited versions of our watch-alongs at some point on Patreon or something. Yep. So for those of you who are tuning in, like, sometimes they're not saying anything. Well,
we're just watching.
Yeah, we're kind of just feeling it out. We're going to have the highlights on the main pod, though.
That's right.
So...
Why does that boy look so pissed off at the old man?
I mean, that guy's scary looking, right?
He's kind of a kook.
It's like, don't touch me. You're all in my personal bubble, man.
Yeah. Can't get away with that nowadays.
And I bet he's got terrible breath.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee breath.
Pumpkin breath.
Yeah.
IOU breath.
Yeah. Would you like a Werther's an original, little guy?
Is there anything aside from Werther's original? Like, it's the original. Is there, like, copycat?
The
flavor?
Werther's that came after?
Yeah. The reboot?
Yeah, I don't know. I never saw, like, Werther's new Neo or anything.
2.0.
There's sugar-free Werther's. Those are pretty good. But I mean, tell me that guy doesn't smell like nasty coffee breath, cigarette smoke, and Werther's.
Yep.
Butterscotch.
Sand. Dirt. That guy's wearing 2 shirts.
Yeah.
Except for my head.
And so kind of like, for some of the people listening, like this is the first time you've ever seen any of these.
That's right. Brand new.
And, some of the episodes, they are a little bit more scary. Some of them are kind of slow. Some of them, even like, it might just be one actor the whole show doing like a weird kind of monologue thing.
Yeah.
They definitely had some filler episodes, but
they ran out of ideas.
But it's a great show. There's definitely some classic ones that we'll get to, and I'm really excited to talk about those.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to watch.
And, another thing is I'm not sure, because I believe that this wasn't the first, like, pilot episode.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but I feel like I read that they didn't release these in the order that they filmed them, for the first season or whatnot. I'll get some more info on that later on.
Is it just like getting ready to scare everyone?
Yeah, like this guy takes Halloween a little too serious.
Yeah.
Those are the creepier guys.
I know. Like, I enjoy Halloween, and I like spooky things, but some folks get a little bit too into it.
Yeah, I'm not just so giddy because I want all the little kiddos to come over to my door. In fact, I love Halloween, but, like, I'd rather the kids didn't come to my door.
Yeah.
Stay away.
It's like, I just want to scare the shit out of all these little kids.
Yeah. But that's what's great, because he was lovable, like in the Lost Boys, but in this, he's kind of creepy old man vibe. Is he podcasting?
Yeah, this is actually the first podcast.
Nice. That's how I started podcasting, with a
giant tube that killed the children outside of your house.
Yeah, well, not the children. We already discussed that. Get the hell off my yard.
Why is that lady just going to let her child go into that house?
Yeah, I wouldn't let anybody go into a house. I'd be like, grab that candy and run, kid. Yep, too much. I just want to do the trick-or-treat, give my candy, and I'm out. And definitely this is the 80s, because nobody's going to let their kid go into nobody's house anymore.
Times have definitely changed.
Without a mask, anyway.
Yeah. Chin diapers.
That is pretty dope, though. Like, I got to say, like, if I was a kid and I'm into haunted houses and stuff. But he's taking a little too much joy in the terror of the child, like maybe he's like an energy vampire or something.
Yeah.
And he's pissed. This kid is pissed because look at his costume. They're like, we don't have money for a costume. Yeah. You just need to draw a mustache on your face. He's like, but Ma.
Sorry, Billy.
Everybody's dressing up like gremlins and Ghostbusters.
Well, you're going to be a 1920s villain with a curly mustache.
Yeah, cat burglar. Oh,
so
nice.
That's how that works.
Yeah. But see, and like I say, the times have changed, because even if the kids did go in your doorway for all this, they'd be smashing something and taking your stuff. Or these kids are rude now.
They'd be doing a TikTok dance and looking for your Nintendo Switch. There he is, Timothy Muldoon.
Oh, dang. Now, this guy, he's a character actor I've seen in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he looks familiar. Okay, so what they're doing is like, if your child can find the IOUs that you owe me, then does that erase your debt?
Oh, okay.
I think maybe that's what's going on. That's why the parents are like, you get in there, Timmy.
You do my bidding so that we're not in debt anymore, kid.
I made terrible choices, and now it's your responsibility.
I'm going to make one more.
It's ghosts, okay?
I feel like this guy, like, this is his Christmas.
Yeah.
Every year. He's like, ha, can't wait till the kids come.
He starts planning, like, the next day for the following year.
Starts installing his, like, what's he looking through? His
spyglass.
His spyglass that goes all the way to the front door.
Well, it's weird because he's looking through it as though he's watching the kid, but it seems like it would just be stationary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, because at first it was at the front door. Now he's just watching him wherever. Like, come on.
Little plot hole there.
Oh, I'm sure that there's going to be millions by the time we get done with this.
There's no such thing as bears.
You better get back in there, son.
Yep.
Or you're not going to college.
Does you actually feel bad about scaring that kid now? Love.
Yeah.
Backwoods.
He's a very lonely man.
Yep.
It's just me and my bear.
Yep.
That would be dope to have a big stuffed bear like that, though.
Yeah. It would suck if you had to move, though. Trying to get it through the front door.
Yeah. It'd be cool if, like, I moved into my new house and the bear just came with it.
Yeah. Free bear.
Yeah. I'm taking it.
Well, if we ever decide to get into the real estate business, then...
That'll be every house comes with a free bear.
Every house. Free bears.
So I'm guessing, like,
What the hell's going on there?
it's getting turned around on him now. Huh?
Okay. Little plot twist for you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Like, hell no, lady. Not you, anyway.
No. I could see, like, being a little kid, that being scary as shit.
Yeah, that would be creepy. Now it's not. It's really... Oh, she's floating.
There she goes.
You know, witches, though, when I was young, like, there was... Did you ever, like, hear the story, like, the Bell Witch or whatever?
The Bell Witch?
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Like, she terrorized, like, these people in this town or whatever in, like, New England or something. I don't... But I remember reading about it in some of those scary books I read as a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm sure... I think it was even, like, for kids. But... That shit kept me up at night, thinking that the Bell Witch was just going to be out there killing people.
Yeah.
So, you know, and again, like this, I think I was probably only like 4 or 5 when I first started watching this show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that...
Is that a pirate ghost? No, pirate ghosts.
My IOUs, my money.
It's not even real money.
Yeah.
It's an IOU.
You're playing with my emotions.
It's like letting somebody borrow a DVD and expecting to get it back eventually. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's like they saved all the really cool stuff that they were spending their money on for the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, the love of money. That's the root of all evil. That's what's up here.
That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, he was getting his jollies on the fear of young kids using their parents against it. Mm-hmm. And now he's crawling into a giant vagina.
Yep. The devil's vagina. That was the alternate title for this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Network executives were like, I don't know.
Listen, young Rob Zombie, we can't call it that.
Yeah. He's doing the Munsters.
Yes, he is. I can't wait. I think it's going to be awesome.
Me too.
I grew up watching the Munsters and the Munsters Today. Did you ever see that?
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, it was like the 90s version that was on like Fox or whatever back then. I loved it.
You can't come in because your costume is terrible.
It's like Charlie Bucket. He's got the golden ticket.
Yeah.
They just keep throwing shit at him.
That's an odd interaction with a witch, though. Usually, you know, they're putting you in their cauldron to eat you or not giving you...
Borrowing a toe or little finger.
Yeah, yeah.
Here lies Gideon Hackles. Was that the old old man's name?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and see, there's that music. When that music starts or when it's over, and I was a child, that was time to put the blanket over my head. And like the show, like sometimes, like that show was cool. Was it scary? I don't know. You know, it wasn't all that scary. No.
Yeah.
But it was just one of those things where, as a younger kid, it was pretty creepy.
Right.
So
it's got a nice spookiness to it.
Yeah. All right, that concludes episode 1, season 1, Tales from the Darkside. The name of that episode was Trick or Treat. Me and Gog are having a good time. We're going to have more watch-alongs. I mean, we got 4 seasons, so join us for the next episode. We're going to talk about Halloween Ends. We're going to talk about some other TV shows that I had watched, and we will do episode 2 of Tales from the Darkside. That's coming up on Tales from the Dorkside.
Tales from the